Okay, I'll try to go over the whole thing at the Sioux Res. The events of my kidnapping kick-started an event. What happened is these guys were going to attack the Sioux. Everyone knew the attack was coming. Not everyone. They had people on both sides of them. When the shooting started, some of the people that were supposed to get shot got shot, and some of the people who shouldn't have been shot got shot. Now what had happened was, at some point later, they said, oh, we're going out that way, this and that. Somebody had a flag burning sort of thing. You know what I'm talking about? A barn burner or anything like that, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, what happened is he said they're coming to get us, this and that and the other. Now, I don't know who is every single character, so I'm just going to say the midget. The midget did that. And the midget warns of the coming apocalypse because they already kicked themselves in the foot for their failed attack, but some of their guys got away. It was all slip-do. It was all foobar. Trust me, nothing went the way anybody wanted it. There are multiple other attacks and shootings within the area within the 3 or 4 day period that this is reported happening, and then something happened on the Mackinac Bridge too. And basically, what you get here is some people call it the War in the North. And anyways, like I said, that was all spring-loaded. It was all ready to go. And people were on both sides of it. And they got caught. What's his name? One more silver dollar and somebody else. Anyways, there was a tip from a military guy who called a guy who called, who is it, Seals and Croft or something. And they said, watch out, there's an attack coming. And they were ready, man. They were ready. But some people were on the wrong side of the field wearing the wrong colors or whatever, and they got fucked up. And what happened is when the police brought these guys in, they eventually rounded a bunch of these motherfuckers up, right? And I swear to God, they got like almost every single one of them. Now the thing is, these guys were already going to steal IDs. And they brought the other guys in that they thought they could bring in from the other side or whatever. They got new recruits, however it went. These guys all said that they were someone else. Some other ID. And they switched all the IDs around. Now, what you don't see is some of these IDs are dead people, and some of the IDs are the other people in this group. And they switched all these IDs around. And they got some new IDs from these guys that flew in from the Yugoslav to help them. Now, that's from what I understand, is the Yugoslav started shooting at Loverboy because it had something to do with the Greg Hines band and Why Aren't We a We? And, you know, they dissed them. And so there was another attack. This is all going on at the same time. A bunch of shit just starts flying. Dudes with pent-up problems in the past with beef, they just started shooting each other. There was a bunch of shooting going on, okay? It wasn't just one thing. It wasn't just in one thing alone. And so these guys all go in there and they give them a fake ID. Now, one of these guys for sure was dressed up like a cross-dresser or something, and he said he was like a girl or some shit like that. He was trying to be one of the really weird exiles or something. And there was at least 1 or 2 bodies they couldn't ID themselves, as far as I know. And they were pretty upset about it. So anyways, they all pass off these new IDs and new names, and they give the good IDs to whoever's at the top of their food chain or whatever, or however they got it worked out, right? The sheriff IDs all these people and lets them go. He lets every single one of them go. And for the life of me, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, so all these murders happen and nobody gets arrested. This thing gets knocked over into Canadian because one of the IDs on the bodies was Canadian, which I don't understand because C.W. McCall and Gator McCluskey removed the bodies. From what I understand, they're on record as having moved the bodies. So I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know something. but I swear that's on record like that. So if they have the bodies, where are the bodies that those guys took? What bodies were those? It's because one of these guys turned on his own people and killed 50 of his own people so he could steal their IDs and give them to somebody. I swear to God, that's where most of the killing was. That's the quote-unquote massacre. And that's the one that they have all the information on. That was done by their own guy. I guarantee it. Because those people ended up being those people that the police arrested. And somebody knew for sure that is not who that guy was. He was from New York or something. He knew him from around the way or something. And I'm telling you, you want to know why they got away with it? Because guess what type of person it was? A religious type of person. And he lied so they could get away with it. I guarantee it. Anyways, so that's basically what happens. And in the aftermath, these guys all switch up all these IDs, swap out people, and then just like that, nobody can figure out who anybody was. The bodies are disappeared. The bodies are re-explained. Children they kidnapped, all sorts of stuff like that. People they kidnapped, it all gets explained away. Those IDs get swapped around. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And somehow no one has figured this out yet. And I swear, there's just one goddamn smart sheriff around this motherfucker. He has got to be the smartest sheriff in history.